Welcome back to Presenter Media. My name is Kara. Today we're looking at animating text in a way to make it a text video background. Now you can see in the background here we do have a couple examples of what I'm meaning by saying a text video background. These all are created by just using PowerPoint 2010, animation effects, various font faces, colors, things like that. The purpose of showing this different style of examples is just to show you how many different things that you can do by using PowerPoint's innate abilities with your text. You can have it so it ends up focusing, you can have it set up so it looks like it's reading it across the page. Really, the sky is the limit as long as you're willing to put in a little bit of time and creativity into creating a project that is your own. You can go as simple as you want or as complex. You can include things like clip art images, animations, anything along those lines, different text effects, everything like that in this text video background. The text that we'll be working with today is a quotation from Stephen King. The quote is, "Fiction is the truth inside the lie." And you can see that we already have the text set up where we want it to be. This is entirely up to you. It's just a design decision on my part, the way that I set it up. Every word is its own text box except for Stephen King's name at the bottom. What we're going to do now is animate each of these words in a way that makes it so they have the correct emphasis on them that we're actually trying to focus on. So we need to get into our animation pane. Do that by clicking on your tab, Animations, and then move over to Animation Pane. This is specific to PowerPoint 2010. PowerPoint 2007 users can do something similar. Unfortunately, PowerPoint 2007 is not able to save this out as a video, but you will still be able to create the slide in 2007. Alright, so back to our tutorial. We're going to start by selecting both of these quotations and adding the animation of a fade. We're just going to make it be a really simple one. We're not going to worry about it being terribly long, just about a second, and that way these quotations will be coming into play. Next, we have the word fiction. I'm going to use a wipe effect. This is a great way to make it look like the text is actually being written. Make the effect appear from the left and go ahead and slow down the duration. The slower the duration, the more realistic it is. All of our animations are going to be set to start after previous, except for that first one. And this is going to make sure that the slide transitions on its own and all these animations are coming into play in a time that works for you as opposed to the automatic timing set up in PowerPoint. For the word is, we're just going to use another fade effect. It's going to be pretty simple. Except for the word the, we're going to move on to another effect called the zoom. It's important not to use too many animation effects just because it becomes a little bit visually confusing for folks. Make sure that you are animating the text in order of the sentence. So in our case, we have is the truth, so we have to get truth put in. We're going to use a wipe effect from the bottom for that. And then we have inside the lie. So let's go ahead and get inside set up. We're going to use the zoom effect for that again. For the, we're going to use fade. So if you've been paying attention to what we've actually been using for our effects, so far the only things we've used is a fade, a wipe, and a zoom. At this point, those are the only three that we've used. We're only going to use a wipe effect for the Stephen King at the bottom. The fourth effect that we're going to use will be another zoom effect. It's just going to be applied a little bit differently. The word lie in the background here, we want to be able to actually have it come in with the other items. So what we're going to do is start by giving it the animation of a zoom effect, but we don't want it to zoom in from the center of itself. Let's go ahead and have it zoom in from the center of the slide. This will give you the effect of it's coming into play in a little bit more realistic fashion. I'm going to reduce my font size here for truth. It looks a little bit on the big size. There we go, and just get it recentered here. Alright, now we do have all of our slides set up to play. You can do a preview and you can see it. Stephen King is still here at the bottom. And you can see how the timing is coming in on its own. Everything's just playing right after each other. If you want to get a little bit creative with this, you can put the word lie at the very top and then extend out how long that takes to play. What I'm doing here is I'm actually having all of the other words after the word lie come in, and I'm going to just have those start shortly after. And then we're going to go ahead and move this over. The effect that will be achieving is going to make it so the word lie starts coming into play before these words are fully formed. It's going to give it kind of an interesting end result. Alright, now here we have what our finished product would be. Now it's almost perfect. Let's go ahead and just shrink down the amount of time that the word lie takes. Alright, perfect. Now the next step to do, and this is only for PowerPoint 2010 users again, is to go to File, Save As, and you'll have a drop-down box where it's automatically set to be a PowerPoint presentation. We want to go down to Windows Media Video. Go ahead and click on Save. This is going to take quite a while to be able to save out. Usually it's a couple of minutes. For a presentation such as this, it'll be a little bit longer because we do have all of these previous slides in there as well. I'm going to go ahead and get this processed and then show you what the end result looks like. Alright, here we have our finished slide, and I have saved it as a Windows Media video. We'll go ahead and hit play, and this is what the actual video would look like if you ended up putting it into your website, onto your blog, whatever the case may be. So now that you've seen a way to be able to create your own artistic text effects, go ahead and give it a shot. If you have any questions, you can email us at support@presentermedia.com. We would love to see what it is that you're able to do with your version of PowerPoint and some different quotes and things that you're doing. Again, my name is Kara with Presenter Media. Thanks for watching.